All right, we're back here. I think we're live now. So first of all, we're live. You can see my screen. Second of all, that was a nice exhibition game I just played. Sorry about that, Carlos. Yes, I really apologize for that. If I had someone on here, maybe they would have noticed. No, I'm just kidding. So I have the correct file loaded up, and I think I'm just going to sim that game over. I apologize again, Carlos. Yes, we'll get to another game of yours that's actually going to count later on in the weekend. I'm sure I'll definitely make a point to get that replayed. So I'm going to just replay that game here on the real file. And T-Ville, look at that. You got a 9-3 win. Henkin gets so he wins anyway. Just the only thing is Guidry didn't get the loss. Let's see if Ernie Banks hit a home run for good measure. Ernie Banks did hit a home run, so there you go. It's almost like back to Ordonez and Carter and Williams also hit one, so that's pretty good. So I think it made up for it, and the result was the same, so that's good. I feel better about that. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to move on to. I was going to do Vegas and Tampa Bay, right? So let's get going on to there. Hopefully, I don't have to redo the stadium again. And we're going to do the lineups. I got schooled by Bernie on how to do the lineups here, so I'm going to do computer lineup, view opponent, computer lineup, which this should be the right lineup, I imagine. Right, Walter Johnson, and then we got computer lineup again against Wilson Alvarez. So it was different from the last time. It was the other game was Austin, but I guess it's because of the trades and stuff. So let me ask you, Bernie, does this look okay to you? Because it doesn't really seem much different for me from the last one I did. I clicked computer lineup and it said Dustin Pedroia, and this is the exact lineup I had the first time. So I don't know if that's the right way to do it. This is the right way because this lineup looks exactly the same except for the starting pitchers. Okay, just to make sure. Okay, so we got all right, and I assume if Jamie's here, I don't know if Jamie's on here, but that looks. Hopefully, that's his lineup, and we're gonna get going. Play ball. What happened to my? Oh, there's the crowd. All right, so here we are once again at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. The home of the Deluge Dodgers, the game between the Vegas Stars at 58-49 against Tampa Bay Deluge Dodgers, who are 62-46. We are going to start by going over the lineups. We have Dave Kingman in left, Matt Kemp in center, Les Cano at right, Zach Scherer at first, Dave Nelson at second, Maury Wills at short, and Ray Morgan at third. Behind the plate is Benji Molina. On the mound is Walter Johnson. Johnson is 5-4 with 3.36 ERA, and I think he was in mostly a relief role this year. And for the visiting Vegas Stars, the order is Dustin Pedroia will be batting first, followed by Jacoby Ellsbury, Frank Robinson, Johnny Romano batting cleanup. Orlando Cepeda, newly acquired Tommy Holmes, is in DH spot. And we have Wes Parker, Cesar Tovar, and Jim Fregosi. So here we go with the start of the game. And Walter Johnson will face Pedroia, who's batting .309 with 7 home runs. Here's the pitch. And Pedroia hits a fly ball deep to center field, and Matt Kemp is there to make the out number 1. And Ellsbury steps to the plate with a .210 average, 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Ellsbury hits a fly ball to center field. Matt Kemp goes in the other direction and makes the catch in that play. So 2 quick outs, and Frank Robinson's up with a .283 average, 16 homers, and 60 RBIs. And Frank Robinson was also an all-star. Pitch, and he walks him. So Walter Johnson loses Frank Robinson, and he goes to first base, and Johnny Romano comes to the plate. Cleanup hitter, batting .198, 4 home runs and 30 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And Romano grounds it to short. Wills throws to second for the force out, and that's the end of the top of the first. And in the field for the Vegas Stars, we got Cepeda in left, Ellsbury in center, Frank Robinson in right, Wes Parker at first, Dustin Pedroia at second, Jim Fregosi at short, Cesar Tovar at third base, and behind the plate is Johnny Romano. And on the mound is Wilson Alvarez, acquired by Chico's, who's 3-4 with a .473 ERA. And he will face Sixto Lezcano, Matt Kemp, Mark Teixeira, Dave Nelson, Don Baylor playing the DH tonight, Dave Kingman and batting sixth, Maury Wills, Ray Morgan, and Benji Molina. So here we go. The pitch to Lezcano. And Lescano lines it to Tovar, makes the play for out number 1. And Matt Kemp's up with 249 average and 10 home runs this season. Matt Kemp bloops one into center field for a base hit, so he's on with 1 out. And Mark Teixeira comes to the plate. And Matt Kemp takes off in the throw, not in time, stolen base for Matt Kemp. So Teixeira, limited time, 270 average, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs this season. And Teixeira hits a soft one down to first base. Parker flips to Alvarez covering, and out number 2, Kemp goes to third. And here comes Dave Nelson, who's very little time played this season, only 1 for 4 so far. And here's the pitch. Nelson grounds to Pedroia, makes a great play to get to Parker for the out number 3. Pedroia's 14th great play of the season, and that does it. So after 1, it's no score. And here comes Cepeda, batting .253 with 9 home runs. And Cepeda hits a shot down the left field line into the corner. Kingman chases after it, throws over to second base, but it's going to be cut off, and Cepeda's in with a leadoff double. His 13th of the season. And here comes Tommy Holmes making his debut for the Vegas Stars after being traded for Brady Anderson at the trade deadline. Tommy Holmes batting .278 with 26 home runs and 66 RBIs. And here's the pitch. And Holmes hits a soft grounder to second. Nelson, Holmes beats it out. It looked like Nelson took his time getting to it and made a poor play, and Nelson gets an infield single, his first hit of his career for Vegas, and it's now first and third with nobody out, and here's Wes Parker. Wes Parker is batting .235 with 9 home runs. And Holmes goes when Parker hits a fly ball deep to center. Matt Kemp goes back, has it. Cepeda is going to tag up. And the throw home, he's going to be out. What a throw by Matt Kemp. Gets an out. He's trying to come home on a sacrifice fly, but he got thrown out at home. Scored that 8-2. And Tommy Holmes takes second on the throw. But wow, what a play by Matt Kemp. He had to range back and still made that throw. Unbelievable. And here comes Cesar Tovar trying to drive in a run. He's batting .267, 3 homers and 23 RBIs, acquired from the Carpathian Wolves near the trade deadline. Here's the pitch. And Tovar hits a fly ball. It's going to get into the stands, a foul ball, and he'll do this again. And he strikes him out. So what looked like it might have been a sure run was wiped off the boards, and after 1.5, it's no score. And here's Don Baylor, .251 with 14 home runs. Baylor shoots it up to Pedroia. Pedroia over to Parker for out number 1. Here comes Kingman making his debut. Dave Kingman, not much of an average hitter to this year, 196 with 8 home runs, 27 RBIs, but always presents a power issue. So here we go. And Kingman hits a fly ball to left field. That's pretty deep, but Cepeda ranges back and makes the catch. Out number 2. Maury Wills is up with 220 and 2 home runs. Wills grounds it to Fregosi. Fregosi throws it over to Parker. Oh, and it's a bad throw. Error number 13 for Fregosi, and Wills goes to second as it gets by him. So a 2-base error, and here's Ray Morgan, .373 average in limited time. And Morgan grounds to Fregosi, and he throws the first, and this time it's a good throw, and that does it for the second inning. And here comes Jim Fregosi, Dustin Pedroia, and Jacoby Ellsbury due up. Fregosi hits a long fly ball deep to left field. That one is off the wall, and it's a double for Fregosi, leadoff double. And here comes Pedroia, 0 for 1 today. And he hits a base hit, and that's going to be extra bases. He's going to slide into second, so a run-scoring double for Pedroia. And here comes Ellsbury. He walks, so we got some problems for Walter Johnson here. First and second, nobody out. Frank Robinson up. Robinson hits a base hit. Kingman comes up with it, and 1 run's going to score. First and third, 2-0 lead now in Vegas. Nobody out still. And here's Johnny Romano. And Johnny Romano strikes out. And Cepeda is up with a double, and he's 1 for 1 with a double so in the game. And Frank Robinson runs, and he's going to be safe at second with a stolen base. So now we got 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Here's Cepeda. Grounds at the third. Ray Morgan with the throw to Teixeira. They're going to allow the run to score, and Robinson goes to third, so it's now 3-0 with 2 outs. And Tommy Holmes is up again after getting an infield single in the second, sorry. And he walks him. So Holmes walks, and we got 2 outs, and Wes Parker is up. Wes Parker flies out. Oh, no, it's into the stands. Foul ball. We'll do this over again. And another foul ball. Well, another souvenir for the fans over there. And he grounds it to Nelson. Nelson over to first. That does it for the inning, but they get 3 runs. It's now 3-0 Vegas. And Tampa Bay's up. Benji Molina. 189 average, 3 home runs. Strikes him out. Wilson Alvarez looking pretty sharp so far this game. Sixto Lezcano 0 for 1 today. He hits a foul. And he walks him. So Matt Kemp comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a great outfield assist a couple innings ago. Grounds to Parker. Parker throws to Fregosi for 1. Back to Parker. 3-6-3 double play. That does it for the 3rd inning. And we go to the top of the 4th. Cesar Tovar leads off 0 for 1. Tovar grounds to Nelson. Throws to first. Out number 1. Fregosi's up next. Fregosi lines a single. That's his 2nd hit of the game. And he's now on first with 1 out. And Pedroia comes to the plate 1 for 2. Pedroia flies out to center field. And Kemp is there. It's out number 2. And Jacoby Ellsbury's up. And he hits a fly ball to center field, playable by Kemp. And that does it for the top of the 4th. And we go to the bottom, and Teixeira, Nelson, and Baylor due up. And Teixeira flies out to the catcher, pops it up behind home plate. And, Romano dropped it. Dropped foul ball. So Teixeira's going to get more life here. And here's the pitch to Teixeira. And he grounds it through for a single, and it makes them pay for it. So the error on Romano could be costly, and Dave Nelson's up 0 for 1 today. And he grounds it to first. Alvarez takes it himself, and Teixeira is going to get to second, so it's pretty close to a sacrifice bunt there, but it was a swinging bunt. And here comes Don Baylor, 0 for 1. And he walks him, so Alvarez is starting to get a little wild, and brings up dangerous Dave Kingman. Here's the pitch. And here's a fly ball to left field. And it's going to stay in the park. Cepeda's got it. Teixeira is going to go back to second. And Maury Wills is up. 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Strikes him out. That does it for the inning. Wilson Alvarez comes back after walking a couple. And it's now still 3-0 after 4. Here's the pitch to Frank Robinson. And Walter Johnson loses Robinson. So Johnny Romano 0 for 2. And Robinson takes off again and makes another stolen base. 2nd of the day. And pitch to Romano. Romano hits a fly ball deep to left field. Kingman's back and makes the catch and holds Robinson at second. So we get 1 out. Orlando Cepeda's 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it off. And he grounds to Nelson. Nelson over to third base for the out. They had the tag play at third. For some reason, he felt he wanted to get the lead runner. They don't want to give up any more runs, and they end up doing it. And they got the second out of the inning. And here's Tommy Holmes, 1 for 1 with a walk. And Holmes lines out to Wills for out number 3. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Ray Morgan, Benji Molina, and Lezcano up. And Ray Morgan walks. So the 3rd walk for Alvarez. Other than that, he's been doing really well. Here's Molina and another walk. So that's 4 walks for Alvarez. And Sixto Lezcano comes to the plate. Number 1 hitter in the lineup. Here's the pitch. And he hits a fly ball to left field, and Cepeda's going to have it. Out number 1, and Ray Morgan stays at second. So tying runs at the plate, and Matt Kemp here. 1 for 2 today. And he hits a fly ball deep to left field. Cepeda's in the corner. He comes up with that one as well. Morgan's going to go for third, and he's going to get there. So we have first and third with 2 outs, and Mark Teixeira's up at the plate. Teixeira's 1 for 2. And Teixeira hits a fly ball. That's line drive, and Cepeda's there for that as well. So Cepeda makes all 3 plays for the outs, and that does it. Still 3-0 game going into the 6th inning. And here's Wes Parker to lead off. And Parker hits a long fly ball. That's gone. Line drive, home run, 404 feet to right center field. 10th home run of the season, first with the Vegas Stars. And that brings up Cesar Tovar. And Sam McDowell is going to come in to pitch in relief of Walter Johnson, who gave up 4 runs, 7 hits. And here's the pitch to Tovar. Struck him out. And Jim Fregosi steps to the plate. He's 2 for 2 today with a double and a run. Here's the pitch. Strikes him out. So Sam McDowell's coming in and getting the job done so far. And here's Dustin Pedroia 1 for 3. Pedroia hits a long fly ball to Sixto Lezcano. Lezcano bobbles it, and it's going to be an error on Lezcano, a two-base error, as Pedroia makes his way to second. So error is a problem here for Tampa Bay. Keeps the inning going for Jacoby Ellsbury. And Ellsbury grounds it back to McDowell and makes the play for out number 3. So another run scored on the home run by Wes Parker. It's 4-0 Vegas. Bottom of the 6th. Dave Nelson leading off. And the pop-up behind the plate, and Romano should have it, and he does have this one. 1 out. And Don Baylor comes up to the plate, and Baylor grounds softly to Fregosi, charges it, makes the play to Parker for out number 2. And here's Dave Kingman 0 for 2 in the day. And he pops it up. It's in foul territory. Tovar's going after it, and he's going to make the play for out number 3. We go to the 7th. It's 4-0 Vegas. Frank Robinson lines over to Maury Wills for out number 1. Johnny Romano grounds a single into left field. So he's on with now 1 for 4. And Orlando Cepeda is 1 for 3 today. Strikes him out. Sam McDowell's 3rd strikeout. And Tommy Holmes 1 for 2 with a walk. Grounds it to Wills, and he flips it over to Nelson for the force out to retire the side. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. And Maury Wills leads off, and he hits a base hit to left field, and it's a poor play by Fregosi. And here comes Ray Morgan, who's 0 for 1 today with a walk. And he hits a base hit through the right side this time. So we'll have 1st and 2nd now, 2 consecutive hits off of Alvarez. 4 total on the game. And his Benji Molina, 0 for 1. And he fouls it off. Bubble! And he hits a base hit to the other side. So they're going left, right. And Maury Wills is going to score in this one. So it's 4-1. So they finally break through against Wilson Alvarez in the 7th inning. And we'll see much longer Wilson Alvarez has. Sixto Lezcano comes to the plate, 0 for 2 pitch. And line drive to Ellsbury. And he's not gonna make the catch as Lezcano comes up with it. And the throw home, Ray Morgan scores. It's now 4-2 game on a base hit by Lezcano. Ellsbury thought he had it, but he trapped it. And so we have no outs still, 2 on. Matt Kemp to the plate, 1 for 3 today, trying to do some more damage here against Wilson Alvarez. Matt Kemp grounds to Alvarez. He throws to Fregosi for 1, but they can't get 2, so moves the runner to third base, and we have runners at 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Mark Teixeira coming to the plate, 1 for 3 today. And he strikes out Teixeira with a big strikeout. And Dave Nelson, light-hitting Dave Nelson, is up at the plate, and see what he can do. He's got very little at-bats this season. And he hits a line drive to right to Fregosi, who makes a great plays. But the Deluge Dodgers are down in the 7th, but they get 2 runs. It's now 4-2 going into the 8th. They got Wes Parker, who hit a home run the last time up. And he hits a fly ball deep to center field, but Matt Kemp has it for out number 1. Tovar 0 for 3 today. Strikes out. Strikeout number 4 for McDowell, and his Fregosi, who's 2 for 3. And he strikes him out to retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Still Tampa Bay sticking close, 4-2. And here's Don Baylor leading it off. Randy Hundley's going to now play catcher for Romano, and Bancroft is in to play shortstop. And Juan Gonzalez is in to play left, and Joe Nathan's in to pitch. So plenty of changes here by the manager of Vegas in the 8th inning. So Nathan's coming on to try for a 2-inning save. Is Don Baylor. And Don Baylor is going to make it to first base on an error by Nathan, his first of the season. So we got a runner at first, tying run at the plate, and Dave Kingman 0 for 3 today. Ooh, pickoff try, and he's back. Kingman strikes out. So 1 out, and his Maury Wills. And a wild pitch, and Baylor goes to second. So Maury Wills 1 for 3 today. And a pop-up harmless pop-up behind the plate. Randy Hundley's there and makes the catch for out number 2. Ray Morgan's 1 for 2 today, and let's see what he can do against Nathan. And he can't do anything. He strikes him out. Bottom of the 8th is over. Go to the 9th. We got Pedroia, Ellsbury, and Robinson due up. Pedroia, it's a fly ball to left field. Kingman's there, makes the catch. Out number 1 is Ellsbury, who's 0 for 3. He pops it up. Dave Nelson's chasing after it, but won't get it. It's too far away. And here's the pitch to Ellsbury again. Grounded to Wills. Wills over to Teixeira for out number 2. Frank Robinson, 1 for 2 today. Hits a fly ball, playable by Kingman, and that does it. So the top of the 9th, we go to the bottom of the 9th. We got the bottom, Benji Molina, Lescano, and Kemp due up against Joe Nathan. And Buck Weaver is going to play third base. And Molina's the pitch, and Bancroft picks it up at short and throws to Wes Parker at first for out number 1. Sixto Lescano with an RBI single the last time up. Here's the plate. Here's the pitch. And it's a long fly ball deep to left field. It's going to be problems. It's going to be off the wall. Lescano in second base with a 1-out double. The tying run is at home plate with Matt Kemp against Joe Nathan. Matt Kemp is 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. And it's a foul ball. We was going after it, but he won't be able to get it. It's into the stands. Here comes the pitch again. Strikes him out. Matt Kemp goes down swinging. And Mark Teixeira is the last hope for Tampa Bay against Joe Nathan. And Jose De Leon's coming in to pitch. So Joe Nathan's getting pulled. But De Leon with one out to go here. Here's the pitch. Mark Teixeira grounds a single. Oh, it's going to score a run. Sixto Lescano comes around. It's now 4-3, so it's getting exciting here. Dave Nelson, very little at bats, 125 hitter. I'm surprised he's in the lineup to say the least, but there must be some injury issues here. But it's all down to Dave Nelson unless they pinch hit for him. Nope. Dave Nelson grounds it weakly, and Wes Parker is going to flip to De Leon, and that's going to do it. So Vegas holds on for a 4-3 victory over the Tampa Bay Deluge Dodgers. And Wilson Alvarez gets the win, and Walter Johnson the loser. Wes Parker 1 for 4, the home run for Gosi, 2 hits. Lescano 2 hits. Matt Kemp with his 5th outfield assist. That was a great throw. Wes Parker the MVP of the game, newly acquired, and that does it for that game. And let's see here. Bernie is happy about his win. 1-0 in the Tommy Holmes era. So, all right. Well, any ideas on who else we got here? Bernie, we got Liverpool DJs. That's me. So I don't want to play my own team. I'll let somebody else do that. Who else we got here on them? We got World's Worst, Steve Tate. Canada Florence seems like a unfair game, but hey, maybe we should play that one anyway. J.R. Richards playing. Anything can happen with that game. Canada at Florence. All right, doing this again. Here we go. Computer lineup. View opponent. Computer lineup. That's his lineup. View opponent. Computer lineup. I hope that's right, Sean. There's your lineup. Okay, it looks like it might be. It looks okay to me, but that's all. I can't do anything else about it. So that's it, man. So here we are. Welcome to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati as the Canada A's are taking on the Florence Firebirds. Canada's at 75-33. Great, good for the best record in the league, facing Firebirds, who are 36-73. So another flipped game with records. But if anything goes, history tells us T-Bill was able to beat Berlin. So we'll see what happens here. Starting for the lineups, we have Ralph Darr in left field for Florence. We have Chet Lemon in center, Ken Griffey Jr. in right, Willie McCovey at first, Brandon Phillips at second, Lou Boudreau at short, Andy Semenuk at third, and Tim McCarver behind the plate. On the mound is Earl Wilson, who is 5-17 with a 6.65 ERA. Not too good there. In the order for Canada A's, Ricky Henderson leading off, Ted Simmons batting second, Albert Pujols batting third, Rocky Colavito clean up, Pablo Sandoval, Ken Griffey, Ben Zobrist, Royce Smalley, Mark McGuire at DH, and as I mentioned, Earl Wilson on the mound for the Florence Firebirds. So here comes the pitch to Ricky Henderson, who is batting .203 with 4 home runs and 21 RBIs. And Ricky Henderson, it's a fly ball right off the bat. That's gone. Leadoff home run for Ricky Henderson, who I believe has the most game leadoff home runs to lead off a game. I'm sorry, and that's quickly 1-0. Canada A's. So this could be one of those Zoom games, but we'll see what happens. Ted Simmons is up. Ted Simmons hits a fly ball to right field, and Griffey Jr. is going to have it. So actually, Ken Griffey is playing Ken Griffey Jr. today. So we have a nice father-son game going on. I was waiting for something like that to happen. So we have Albert Pujols is 260, 30 home runs, 81 RBIs, was just featured in the All-Star game yesterday. Pitch from Wilson to Pujols. Walks him. And here comes Rocky Colavito, 230, 24 home runs, 61 RBIs. And Colavito flies out to Lemon. And they got 2 away. And Pablo Sandoval, the Panda, is up 257 and 19 home runs, 52 RBIs. Check on Pujols. He's safe. And Pujols goes in the throw. Safe. Stolen base number 13 for Pujols. Tries to get in scoring position with 2 outs. And he does. And here's the pitch to Sandoval. And he base hit to Griffey Jr. Griffey Jr. comes up with it, but that was a great play great thinking by Pujols. Stole the base and scored on the single. It's now 2-0 Canada A's. And here comes Ken Griffey Sr., 299, recently acquired from Chicago, I believe, and hits 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. And there's a wild pitch by Wilson, and Sandoval's going to get to second in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Griffey. Griffey grounds to Phillips at second, and he's out at first. Throw to McCovey. So that's it for the top of the first. They get 2 runs on 2 hits and a home run by Ricky Henderson. And here comes Ralph Garr. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to start off Rocky Colavito on left, Ricky Henderson in center, Ken Griffey in right. Pujols at first, Zobrist at second, Smalley at short, Sandoval at third, Simmons behind the plate. J.R. Richards on the mound today. He's 8-5 with a 5.36 ERA. And batting order is Ralph Garr leading off, Lou Boudreau, Chet Lemon, Willie McCovey, Ken Griffey Jr. DHing today is Sal Bando, Brandon Phillips, Tim McCarver, Andy Semenuk. And here comes Ralph Garr, 229 average with a home run and 13 RBIs. Strikeout number 1 for J.R. Richard. And Lou Boudreau's up, 232 with 2 homers. And strikeout number 2 for J.R. Richard. Chet Lemon comes up, 250 with 9 homers and 40 RBIs. And Chet Lemon grounds it to Royce Smalley, and it's going to be a close play at first, and he's out. So that's a 1-2-3 inning. And here we go to the top of the second. We have Zobrist, Smalley, and McGuire due up. Pitch to Zobrist. And Wilson walks him. So that brings up Royce Smalley. He's at 214, 16 homers, and 41 RBIs. And it's a bunt. And McCovey's going to throw to Phillips. So it's a sac bunt by Smalley. Gets Zobrist over to second. And Mark McGuire is up 275 average with 4 homers and 11 RBIs. McGuire grounds it to Semenuk. Semenuk throws over to McCovey and gets him for out number 2. And Zobrist is going to stay at second. And here's Ricky Henderson with a leadoff home run in the first. And Henderson grounds to Semenuk. He throws it for. This is really close, and he's going to be out. Wow. Oh, quick, close play, and Ricky Henderson couldn't quite beat it out. So after 1.5, it's 2-0 Canada A's. And here's Willie McCovey at the plate for Florence. He's 254, 14 homers, and 26 RBIs. McCovey pops it up harmlessly to Smalley. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Ken Griffey Jr. comes to the plate. He's 210, 10 homers, and 38 RBIs. And Ken Griffey Jr. laces a single into left center field. And looks like Ricky Henderson bobbles it. And Kevin Griffey Jr. is going to get to second base on the single and an error. So runner in scoring position for Florence. And here's Sal Bando, the DH, 222 with 9 homers and 57 RBIs. And Sal Bando walks. So we have first and second. Brandon Phillips up at bat, 230 average, 8 homers and 35 RBIs. And he strikes him out so quickly. So we got 2 outs now with Tim McCarver up. And McCarver grounds to Smalley, who flips over to Zobrist for the short out at second, and that does it for the second inning, 2-0. Pitch to Ted Simmons, and he walks him. Third walk of the game, and brings up Pujols, who also walked in the first inning. Pujols hits a fly ball to right field, and Griffey Jr. is there, and Ted Simmons has to get back to first. It brings up Colavito, who's 0 for 1. And Colavito strikes out, so Earl Wilson picks up his first strikeout of the game. And Sandoval is 1 for 1 today. And he's 2 for 2 as he hits a single to Gar, and he's going to, Ted Simmons is going to go to third on the play, and it's 2-out single. We have first and third, and Ken Griffey Sr. is up 0 for 1 today. And he walks him. So bases are loaded, 2 outs, and here comes Ben Zobrist. He had a walk in the second inning. And he hits a fly ball. This is going to be problems. Ben Zobrist hits a shot to the right center field. It's off the wall. Double for Zobrist. 3 runs are going to come in. So a 3-run double. It's now 5-0. And here comes Roy Smalley. And he strikes him out to end this inning, but the damage is done. It's now 5-0 Canada A's. And here comes Andy Semenuk. Rounds it to Pujols, out number 1. Ralph Gar, 0 for 1. And he grounds it to Richard, out number 2. And Lou Boudreau, 0 for 1. And he strikes him out. So after 3, it's 5-0. And Mark McGwire is up. He's 0 for 1 today. He strikes out. Third strikeout for Wilson. Ricky Henderson's 1 for 2. And grounds it to Phillips. Throws over to first. McCovey's got it, out number 2. And Ted Simmons is up. Hey, he's hit by the pitch. So Ted Simmons hit him in the shoulder. And he goes to first, and Albert Pujols comes up 0 for 1. And another walk. That's the second walk of the day for Pujols. And here comes Rocky Colavito, 0 for 2. Grounds it to Wilson, throws to first, gets out of a jam there. It's now still 5-0 after 3.5. And here's Chet Lemon. Chet Lemon hits a fly ball deep to left center field. That's going to be off the wall. He's in there for a double. And here comes Willie McCovey. And he hits a fly ball to right. Ken Griffey's there, senior, and Chet Lemon has to stay at second. Brings up Ken Griffey Jr. He's 1 for 1. And he hits a fly ball, and his dad is right there to make the catch. So Ken Griffey Jr. flies out to his dad for out number 2. And here comes Sal Bando. Strikes him out. So that's it for the 4th inning. Go to the top of the 5th. Sandoval, Griffey, and Zobrist. Sandoval lines it to Phillips, out number 1. Griffey hits a long drive, home run. Ken Griffey Sr., his second hit of the game, or his first hit of the game, I apologize. His 7th home run of the season, first for Canada A's, I believe. And that's going to make it 6-0 for Canada. And here's Ben Zobrist. Or Wilson strikes him out. Apparently, there's no manager file to take out Wilson. Here comes Roy Smalley with a single. 6th hit of the game for the Canada team. And here's Mark McGwire, 2 outs. And strikes him out. So Wilson's got 5 strikeouts, but he's given up 6 runs. And that's really all that matters here is we got Phillips, McCarver, and Semenuk. Phillips strikes out. McCarver is up, and he grounds to third. That's going to be an issue. Pablo Sandoval is going to have an error there, his 12th of the season. So we got a runner at first, and Semenuk is up. Semenuk hits a base hit, and it's a double. So he gets in there with a double, stretches that. So we got second and third, 1 out, and Ralph Gar comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Ralph Gar grounds to Roy Smalley. He's going to make the play to first, and the run's going to score. They're going to concede the run and move the runner to third as well. So we got 2 outs. Lou Boudreau's up, runner at third, and 0 for 2 today. Boudreau lines to Sandoval, makes the catch. So they get a run back. It's 6-1 now. And Henderson's up, 1 for 3. Rounds to Semenuk over to first. It's going to be close, but they get him in plenty of time, actually, and there's 1 out. Ted Simmons is up, and he hits a fly ball to right field, and Griffey Jr. has it. And here comes Albert Pujols, is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And Pujols grounds a single up the middle for a base hit. He's now 1 for 2. And here comes Colavito, 0 for 3. Colavito grounds a single to the left side. Pujols goes to third. 2 outs and runs at first and third. And here comes Sandoval, who's 2 for 3. Mudcat Grant coming in to pitch for Florence. Grant is doesn't have much. He only has 1 inning pitch this year. So here's the pitch from Mudcat Grant. And he induces a pop-up to Brandon Phillips, and that could get him out of the inning. So Mudcat Grant throws one pitch, and he's done with the 6th inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and here's Chet Lemon. Strikes him out. 7 strikeouts for Richard. Here's Willie McCovey. Willie McCovey hits a fly ball, and Ken Griffey Sr. is there. And it brings up Ken Griffey Jr. And Griffey Jr. hits another fly ball to right field, and his father gets it again. So he's playing catch with his dad. So there we go. Now Ken Griffey Sr.'s up. This is a lot of fun, actually, doing all these Griffies here. So here's the pitch. See if he can throw one. See if he can hit one back to his son. The pitch to Griffey, and he grounds it to short this time. Boudreau to first, and it's going to be out. So a close play, but he gets him. Ben Zobrist is up. And Zobrist hits a fly ball again to right field, but Griffey Jr. can have this one. Keeps that one there, and it's 2 outs. And here comes Smalley, 1 for 2. Smalley goes over towards Griffey Jr., and he makes that play as well. So after 7, we have 6-1 lead. And Bando comes to the plate. He grounds to Smalley, throws to Pujols for out number 1. Brandon Phillips at second baseman, and he flies out to Ricky Henderson for out number 2. Mudcat Grant's pitched one inning. That's it. 1/3. Sean, and Macabre is up, and he throws the first for out number 3. That does it. Top of the 8th, we got McGuire. I think, just 1/3. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's pitched 1 1/3. Sorry, my fault. McGuire is up. The DH strikes him out. So here we go. Ricky Henderson's up 1 for 4. Fouls it off. And he loses Ricky Henderson, gets on, so he's on first. 1 out, and here's Ted Simmons. And Ricky stays there, and Ted Simmons laces a single to center, and Ricky stays at second. So Pujols is up 1 for 2. Oh, there's a fly ball deep to center field. Lemon's got some room and has it, and Ricky Henderson's going to tag up the throw to third. He's safe, and Simmons takes second on the throw. So 2 outs, second and third here. Rocky Colavito 1 for 4. And line drive to Phillips. He grabs it on a hop, throws to McCovey, gets him out, and that does it for the inning. So it's 6-1 still, bottom of the 8th. And Seminick leads off. He's 1 for 2. Strikeout by Richard is 8th of the game. Ralph Garr 0 for 3. Garr lands a single to left center field. So base hit, 1 out. Lou Boudreau with 0 for 3. Check on the signs with Richard. There's the pitch. And Boudreau hits a single. It's now first and second with 1 out. And Chet Lemon's up, who had a double last time up. And he grounds it to Smalley. Could be 2. Zobrist for 1 and throws over to Pujols. Double play, inning ending. And we go to the 9th, 6-1. And Mudcat Grant's coming out again with 2 1/3 scoreless innings so far. Ground ball to Phillips. It's a bad throw by Phillips. Oh, my goodness. The Sandoval goes to second on the bad throw. And it's an error by Phillips. Ken Griffey Sr. is up. Hit a home run last time and grounds it to Boudreau and throws to McCovey for out number 1. Sandoval stays at second. His Zobrist 1 for 3 with a double and 3 RBIs. Strikes him out. So Mudcat Grant gets his second strikeout. And here comes Roy Smalley. And strikes out Smalley. So Mudcat Grant did some yeoman's work here today in the relief, and it's still 6-1, and they need Florence is going to need an offensive miracle here against J.R. Richard. And Willie McCovey leads off 0 for 3. And McCovey flies out to Griffey Sr., out number 1. Griffey Jr. comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Grounds it to Pujols, takes it himself, out number 2. Oops, it's my fault. And finally, Adam Dunn's going to pinch hit. And Adam Dunn hits a fly ball to right field, but Griffey Sr. has it. That does it for the game. 6-1 Canada over the Florence Firebirds. This game went pretty much as expected, and we have J.R. Richard pitched a great game, 9-5 winner. Earl Wilson loses his 18th game of the season. Ken Griffey Sr. had a home run. Ricky Henderson had a game leading off home run. And that's really all there is to say about this game. And who else do we have on here? Anybody else want to pick a game? Let's see if we have a good game here we can do. We did Vegas, Tampa Bay, Florence, Canada. Let's do a Global League game. Chico, Lehigh. Let's do Lehigh and Long Island. Okay. Computer lineup: Mordecai Brown versus Charles Nagy. And here we go. We're off and running. Okay, here we are again. So we got the Lehigh Lizards versus, oh god, a lot of L's in this game. Lehigh Lizards versus the Long Island Legends. This is going to be fun. Lehigh comes into the game 59 and 49. The Legends are 44 and 62. We're here at Shea Stadium, home of the Long Island Legends, and in the field for Long Island, we have Albert Bell in left field, Carlos Beltran in right, in center, Bob Allison in right, Eddie Murray at first, Carlos 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, 3 if by erga is in second base. Jose Reyes is at shortstop, David Wright at third base. Earl Batty is the catcher. And on the mound is Charles Nagy, who's 8-8 with a 3.10 ERA. And coming up to the plate, we have Craig Biggio batting first, followed by Cecil Cooper, the designated hitter Jeff Bagwell, Willie Mays, Ken Caminiti, Sherry McGee, Dixie Walker, Russell Martin, and Barry Larkin. And here is the pitch starting it off. Charles Nagy to Biggio. Struck him out. Craig Biggio strikeout. Cecil Cooper up with 312 and 14 homers and 51 RBIs. Cooper grounds to Baerga, throws to first for out number 1. And here's Bagwell, 288, 26 homers and 78 RBIs. Bagwell hits a base hit to left center field. And that brings up Willie Mays, 280 and 32 homers and 79 RBIs. And Mays hits a floater into left field for a base hit. And Bagwell's going to go to third. So we got 2 outs and something brewing here for Lehigh. Ken Caminiti's up, 227, 8 homers and 41 RBIs. And Caminiti hits a fly ball, but Bob Allison is there and makes the catch for out number 1. So Mordecai Brown is going to take the hill, and behind him we have Sherry McGee, Willie Mays, Dixie Walker. And we have first base, we have Cooper, second base Biggio, third shortstop, newly acquired Barry Larkin, third base Ken Caminiti, and behind the plates Russell Martin. And Mordecai Brown is 10-8 with a 3.48 ERA this season. And up the batting order for Long Island is Jose Reyes leading off, Carlos Baerga, Albert Bell, David Wright, Bob Allison, Carlos Beltran, Eddie Murray, Michael Young making his first appearance for Long Island, being acquired from D-Gens, and Earl Batty batting ninth and catching. So here's the pitch to Reyes, who's 206 average and 2 homers and 21 RBIs. And Reyes hits a ball sharply down the right field line. It's going to be trouble. It's in the corner. Walker up with it. Reyes is going for third. The relay from Biggio, and he's safe for the triple. Leadoff triple for Jose Reyes. Gets the Legends on the right track right off the bat. And here comes Carlos Baerga, batting 244 with 8 homers and 43 RBIs. Baerga bloops a single in the center field to score Reyes. It's now 1-0 quickly. Long Island Legends. And Albert Bell is up, 274 with 20 homers and 50 RBIs. Bell with a little bunt, and it's a great play by the catcher to get him at first, but he does the job and gets Baerga to second. And here comes David Wright, 230 average, and he walks him. So Mordecai Brown's having some issues. Bob Allison, limited action, batting 158 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Strikes him out and brings up Beltran, 195, 7 homers and 36 RBIs. And Beltran hits a base hit, and Baerga is going to round third, and he's going to come home and score. It's 2-0 Long Island Legends. And here comes the poor play. Here comes Eddie Murray. And he strikes him out. So after one inning, it's 2-0 Long Island. And Sherry McGee Dixie Walker and Russell Martin do up this inning. McGee batting 167. And he flies out to left field. Albert Bell makes the catch. Great play, Albert Bell. Didn't look too great, but needless to say, he gets a sixth great play of the year. And here's Dixie Walker, 246 average, 5 homers, 22 RBIs, dangled at the trade deadline, but no takers. So let's see if he's relieved and plays well that he wasn't traded. And Walker grounds to third, right, comes up with it and throws to first for out number 2. I'm sorry. Russell Martin comes to the plate, 184 average, 7 homers, and strikes out for out number 3. So after 1.5, it's still 2-0 Long Island. And Michael Young making his first at bat for Long Island. Here we go. The pitch from Mordecai Brown. Michael Young hits a fly ball right to Dixie Walker for out number 1. So Earl Batty's up, 237, 3 homers, 23 RBIs. And Batty grounds to Larkin. Larkin makes the play to first, out number 2. And here's Jose Reyes, 1-for-1 with a triple. And Reyes with a fly ball to center field. Willie Mays has it, out number 3. After 2, it's 2-0. Barry Larkin making his debut for the Lehigh Lizards. 200 average, 7 homers, and 37 RBIs this season so far. Larkin sharp grounded to third, but David Wright's there, makes the play to Eddie Murray, out number 1. Biggio's 0-for-1. Grounds it to David Wright as well, and he throws over to first, out number 2. And Cecil Cooper, the pitch. He grounds to right, makes all the plays over to. Oh, no, that one's a bad throw. So David Wright had 3 chances, and the third one couldn't make it. So it's an error, and Cecil Cooper stays at first base, and Jeff Bagwell's up, 1-for-1. Bagwell grounds it sharply to Reyes, and he throws to Murray. That ends the inning. So the error is not costly. And it's, we go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Long Island. And here's Carlos Baerga, who's 1-for-1 with an RBI. And he grounds another base hit to left center field. So he's 2-for-2 today. And here comes Albert Bell, who bunted out, sacrifice. So here's the pitch to Bell. And he grounds a base hit to left field, and Baerga goes to second. So the Long Island Legends are in business once again. No outs. One is at first and second. Here's David Wright. And David Wright hits a fly ball to left field, but McGee's going to have plenty of room for it. And it's 1 out. And here comes Bob Allison, 0-for-1 with a strikeout. And Bob Allison hits a ground ball down the line. This is going to be trouble and extra bases and scoring runs. So Allison goes to second. Bell's going to score. Allison's going to go to third. And let's see the throw. And he's safe. A triple for Bob Allison. How about that? 2-run triple. So it's 4-0 Long Island Legends. Bringing it to Lehigh early. And here comes Carlos Beltran, 1-for-1 today. And Beltran, it's a fly ball. This might get Allison home. Dixie Walker has it, and Allison's going to score easily when the sacrifice fly. It's now 5-0. And here comes Eddie Murray. Man, Murray lines it. Mordecai Brown stabs it. And that does it for the third inning. And we go to 4 innings. It's 5-0 Lehigh. 5-0, Long Island. So I see Steve is watching this, probably cringing as he's watching. So far, anyway. Here's Willie Mays, 1-for-1 today. Willie Mays grounds to David Wright again, throws over to first, and this one's good. So it's out number 1. Ken Caminiti's 0-for-1. Ken Caminiti lines it into right field for a base hit. Gets by Baerga. Charge him with a poor play, but here comes McGee, 0-for-1, runner at first. And McGee flies up to center field, and Carlos Beltran makes the catch, 2 outs. Dixie Walker is up, 0-for-1. And Dixie Walker hits a fly ball to center field. That's deep, but got room, and he makes the catch, and that does it for the top of the 4th. Go to the bottom of the 4th, Michael Young, Earl Batty, and Jose Reyes up to bat. Michael Young hits a ground ball to Biggio, but plenty of time, gets him for the out. And here comes Earl Batty. Grounds it to first. Cecil Cooper gets it, makes out number 2. And Jose Reyes 1-for-2 with a triple. And Jose Reyes lines a single, so he's second hit of the game. And Carlos Baerga is now 2-for-2 today, and he comes to the plate. And Jose Reyes is off for the races, and he steals his 37th base of the season. And here comes Baerga. Baerga grounds it to Larkin. Larkin makes the play easily to Cooper, and that does it for the inning. We go to the fifth now. It's got Russell Martin, Barry Larkin, and Craig Biggio up the bat. Pitch from Nagy, and Russell Martin flies it out to Beltran, who makes the catch out number 1, and his Barry Larkin 0 for 1 so far today, and strikes him out. Craig Biggio 0 for 2. Ground ball to right, and it's going to be a close play, and he's out. So David Wright makes a great throw, and that does it for the top of the fifth. And here comes Bell, Wright, and Allison. Bell 1 for 1 today. And he pops it up in foul territory. Biggio's going for it, and he's going to make the play for out number 1. David Wright 0 for 1. Grounds it to third. His counterpart, Caminiti, throws to first for out number 2. Bob Allison with a triple. He's 1 for 2 today. And he hits another one down the line. Bob Allison gets another extra base hit. He's in the corner. Dixie Walker comes up with that one, and he's going for a second triple. Let's see the throw again. Safe. Bob Allison, his second triple of the game. His second hit of the day, only his 5th of the season. Wow, amazing. This is an extra base hitting machine. His OPS right now versus lefties is 1.125. Okay, here comes Carlos Beltran. See if he can drive home Allison, who got on third for the second time in the game. And Beltran hits a base hit and scores. Oh, it gets by Walker, and Beltran's going to go for third, and he gets a triple, his first. So the defense or something's going on. Dixie Walker's having an adventure down there, but 3 triples in the game down that way. 4 triples in the game. I'm sorry. Bob Allison has 2. 1 for Jose Reyes and 1 for Carlos Beltran. It's now 6-0. I mean, dare I say we bring the Zoom button out here for against the Lehigh Lizards? Oh, my goodness. Here comes Eddie Murray 0 for 2 today. And Shane Reynolds is going to come in to pitch. And the pitch to Murray. And Murray hits a fly ball deep to left field. But McGee's, oh, no, it's going to be off the wall. Another run comes in. Murray, he's going for 3. And he has a triple. The 5th triple of the game. If Beatles was here, his voice would be hoarse from saying triple. Oh my goodness, what a day for Long Island legends here. 5 triples in the game. That's got to be some kind of a record. 7-0 game. And we might have to zoom this thing, but we're gonna play out a little bit and let Steve kind of wince for a little bit. And here comes Michael Young. And Michael Young flies out to mercilessly end the inning. Mercifully end the inning. So we go to the 6th inning. It's 7-0. 3-hitter right now for Charles Nagy. There's Cecil Cooper. Cooper grounds to Reyes. Reyes over to first, out number 1. And here comes Jeff Bagwell. And Bagwell hits a base hit, the second of the day. And brings up Willie Mays, 1 for 2. And Willie Mays gets in the hit parade. He's now 2 for 3. So let's see here. Lehigh's trying to mount a little string of hits here. Let's see if Ken Caminiti can continue. And he does. It singles up the middle. So bases are loaded now. So Lehigh not going away quietly. And Sherry McGee's up 0 for 2. Pitch. And McGee lines a base hit. So here we go. 1 run scores. His bases loaded. And here comes Lehigh. Lehigh coming, yo. And here comes Dixie Walker, 0 for 2 today. Charles Nagy just getting some issues here, probably from all the waiting he's done. But here's a ground ball to Baerga, throws to Reyes for 1, and that's all they can get. Another run scores. And it's 2 outs now. It's now 7-2. So Russell Martin is up at 0 for 2 today. And he grounds a base hit, and another run scores. So it's 7-3. And the runner goes to first and third with 2 outs. And Barry Larkin steps up to the plate, 0 for 2. And Barry Larkin grounds to Nagy, who throws to first, retires the side. They get 3 runs, though. So the Zoom button has been put away for the time being. And we have Earl Batty up, followed by Reyes and Baerga to face Shane Reynolds. And Batty hits a fly ball to right field, and Walker has this one, out number 1. Jose Reyes 2 for 3. Grounds out to Caminiti. Caminiti throws to first, out number 2. And Baerga 2 for 3. And he hits a base hit for his 3rd hit of the game. It's 3 for 4 now, and here's Albert Bell, a 1 for 2. And he grounds it to Biggio. Biggio plays it to first. That finally get a quiet inning for Long Island, and it's now still 7-3 going into the seventh. And here's Biggio to face Nagy. And Biggio gets a base hit, so they're starting to hit after hit now. Nagy's at 107 pitches. Let's see what Cecil Cooper can do. Cooper hits a base hit. So they just start pouring on the hits now. They only had 3 hits about 2 innings ago. Now they have 10. And here's the pitch to Bagwell, who's trouble. And he bloops a base hit into right field. That's 3 hits in a row. Bob Allison comes up with bases loaded, tying run at the plate today. 3 hits in the day for Bagwell. Tying run at the plate and Willie Mays. Here we go. Well, Eric Plunk's coming in to pitch for Long Island to see if he can stem the damage here. And he strikes out Willie Mays. That's a big out right there. Ken Caminiti's 2 for 3 today. And here's the pitch. And he strikes out Caminiti. Wow, not out of the woods yet, but that's 2 quick outs on strikeouts, just what they needed. And here comes Sherry McGee, the right-handed hitter, 1 for 3 today. And McGee flies out to left field. Albert Bell makes the catch, and they get out of the bases loaded, no out jam. Eric Plunk does amazing work in relief. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. David Wright is up for the Long Island Legends to face Reynolds, and Wright grounds to third. Caminiti throws over to first. It's an error. David Wright takes second base on the error by Caminiti. It's a big error there. Could really, hopefully, won't ruin the momentum for Lehigh, but that's going to be. And here comes Bob Allison. Bob Allison with 2 triples in the game. 2 for 3 today. Let's see what he can do here. The runner in scoring position again. A balk is called. Shane Reynolds with a balk. He must have twitched his fingers or twitched his leg or something, but the umpire called time and gave third base to David Wright. So Bob Allison has another RBI. He's got 2 out there. He's got 2 RBIs already this game. Here's the pitch. Let's see what happens. And he grounds out to third. Caminiti throws over to first. They're going to sacrifice the runner. And the runner's going to score. They concede the run. So, wow, that's surprising. So 8-3 now. Bob Allison with his 3rd RBI of the game. Here's Carlos Beltran. He grounds the third. Caminiti with another throw. This is going to be close, and it's out. So it's 2 outs. And Eddie Murray comes to the plate, 1 for 3. Pops up behind the plate. It's going to be a tough one for Martin. He comes back, and it's a foul ball. He can't get it. So we'll do this over again. Strikes out Eddie Murray. So here we go, top of the 8th. Eric Plunk's back on the mound after a stellar 7th inning where he came in with the bases loaded, nobody out, struck out 2 people, and induced a fly ball to left field to get out of the inning unscathed. Here comes the pitch to Dixie Walker. And Dixie Walker gets a base hit. Oh, and it gets by Bell, and that's going to be a single and an error for Albert Bell. So we got 2 errors for the Legends, 1 for the Lehigh Lizards, and here comes Russell Martin. And Plunk comes back and strikes him out. And Barry Larkin has had a very inauspicious debut here with the Lehigh Legends up to this point. He's 0 for 3. He can change things with a base hit here. And he does. He gets an extra base hit against down into the gap. It's a triple for Barry Larkin and another triple this game, but not this time, not for the Long Island Legends, for the Lehigh. So Barry Larkin gets his 5th triple of the season. And here comes Biggio. Biggio drives in Larkin with a base hit, so it's now 8-5. 1 out, runner at first, and here's Cecil Cooper. Oh, check on Biggio, he's safe. And Cooper grounds to Baeger for 1 over to Murray, who gets the inning-ending double play, so that's keeps him with it, 3 runs, 3-run lead. They got 2 in the 8th. It's an 8-5 lead for the Legends. And Michael Young leads it off this inning. 0 for 3 today. And Michael Young gets a base hit. First hit for the Long Island Legends. And here's Earl Batty, the runner at first, nobody out. Martin comes to check on Reynolds. The pitch to Batty. Batty grounds to Cooper, makes a great play. 3-6-3 double play. 2 quick outs now. And here comes Jose Reyes. There's a great double play by Cooper. And Reyes strikes out. So we go to the top of the 9th. We got Bagwell, Mays, and Caminiti at the middle of the order for Lehigh, trying to get 3 runs here to at least tie the game. And here's the pitch, and Eric Plunk comes out, and nope, Billy Wagner's coming in to close out the game. We'll see what happens here. Pitch from Wagner to Bagwell, and Bagwell grounds it to right, throws over to first, and makes the play. So Bagwell's retired for only the second time out of 5 at-bats. And it's 1 out, and here comes Willie Mays. 2 for 4. Strikes out Willie Mays. And here comes Ken Caminiti, the last hope for Lehigh Lizards. 2 for 4 today. The pitch. And a pop-up to Jose Reyes. And it looks like Long Island Legends are going to come away with a victory in this game. 8-5 over the Lehigh Lizards. So Long Island goes to 45-62. Lehigh drops to 59-50. And the winning pitcher, Charles Nagy, goes to 9-8. Mordecai Brown falls to 10-9. Jeff Bagwell, 3 for 5. Barry Larkin, 1 for 4 with a triple. Carlos Beltran had 3 RBIs. Jose Reyes had a triple and a stolen base. Bob Allison, as we mentioned, had 2 triples and 3 RBIs this game. Let me see who the MVP is. It'd be funny if it was Bob Allison. Huh? Let's see. Nagy the win. Reynolds. Okay, let's see here. Bob Allison, the game MVP. That's got to be it's got to be his first MVP of the game of the season, right? For a game MVP. So that was a very interesting game. It was a fun one too. So that's why you like to play all the teams, because you like to learn these guys, and you like to see a lot of plays that you don't usually see, and sometimes they give you a little bit of something to cheer for, right? So 5 triples in the game for the Tampa Bay Deluge Tampa Bay. Sorry. Long Island Legends, and I think at least 1 triple for Lehigh. So that's 6 triples total at least. And what I'm going to do is I'll just play. Well, what should we do? I think I'm going to just take a break now and let someone else come on if they want. I think I'll just I'll play out the rest of this day, and then we can. I don't know if we have to, unless you want to just play out everybody in this day here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're missing a few. I think we might be missing a few teams here. No, maybe not. No, we have no. 7. Yeah, I think we should be fine. Let's see. So far, we played 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So we should have 8 other games to play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because there's some double headers. Yeah, so we have 8 games. So yeah, I think we should just play. Yeah, so he wants to see Manchester lose. Well, I guess we could play. Sotheron's due to play for Manchester, or maybe we should play that one out, huh? We'll have Ashby simmed out. No, I think I'll leave it up to whoever to continue this on today. If anybody, if not, I can jump back on in a little while. I have the whole day and night to myself, so I think I'm going to stop it for now, so I can take a little break and recoup. Especially after wasting my time with one of those games, the first game, but and everybody else's time. But this one went much better. And let's see where we got the abbreviated standings here, just from nothing much changed. But Lehigh with the loss falls to 2.5 games. The Chico's yet to play. And yeah, so I'm just gonna stop here, and we'll go back. I'll see you guys on Discord, and I'll zip this up and post it. And I'll talk about it. If anybody else is going to have to do anything, I can just play some later and not have to zip it up. But we'll talk about it after. Thanks, everyone.